Hey there, welcome back. Today I just want to take a look at the life of Rebekah. She was an interesting character in the Bible, and we can learn a few things from her life. And we are looking at her this week at the Wifestyle Image Network YouVersion group, and we're going through the 52 women of the Bible in 52 weeks. And so we've already looked at Lot's wife, we looked at Eve, we looked at Sarah. And so now we're going to take a look at Miss Rebekah here, because her life is very interesting. She kind of starts out as, a single woman who's just busy doing what she's supposed to be doing, getting water for the camels, going about her daily chores and this and that. And all of a sudden, she's like this chosen person to be the wife of a man she has never met before in her life. And she's willing to go with his servant to go and meet him. And I think that's so strange, because it actually reminds me of my own marriage story. Just a little bit of it is that Maurice and I met over the internet. And so we met face to face whopping couple of times before he actually moved to Ohio and we got married. So it was a long distance relationship. It's not exactly what Rebekah had going on, but it's very similar that we ended up having 2 boys, which is like Rebekah had with Isaac. So I don't know. It's just some similarities there that I thought were interesting. But like I was saying, she agreed to go and to marry this man that she hadn't met. And what I wanted to point out was, in her busyness of doing what she was supposed to be doing her chores, being in the place at the well where the servant of Isaac just happened to be, he had asked God about, who should I pick for my master to marry? What kind of woman should I be looking for? And, she wasn't looking for a husband, but the husband was looking for her. That's one thing. Another thing is that she was in the place and in position to be chosen to be a wife. And I think that that is key for especially those women who are single, who, often wonder, am I going to get married? Who am I going to marry? And, you have real concern about, am I in the right place to be found by my husband? Am I, in the right position with God to have a godly marriage in that? And so that's something that, as a single woman, I definitely wanted to be in the right place to be found by my husband. And I just love that it was by a well, because a well just symbolizes, water, being filled with the Spirit, being in a place of fullness and fruitfulness, and a place where things are prospering, a fruitful place, a place where things are good and growing. It has all that symbolism there. And so I love the idea that he met her at the well. And then not only that, but when he came, she was watering camels, and she watered his camels and went like above and beyond what, he had asked her to do. And, sometimes that is the game changer, in our lives, that yes, we're in the right position. Yes, we're doing what God has told us to do, but then we go above and beyond that. And like, that could be a game changer for you to just really, to serve God in a radical way, and to be willing to do above and beyond what's even asked of you. The other thing I want to point out is some other significant things that happened with Rebekah was later on when her and Isaac had Jacob and Esau. And this was, something significant in her life, that she loved one son more than the other. And because of that, it brought about a whole chain of events where one son was jealous of the other, one son got blessed, one son didn't. And so, it doesn't really the Bible doesn't really speak a lot about how Jacob felt about his wife loving one son more than the other. But what I want to point out in this is, where is your heart? Because if you, love a particular thing or a particular person more than you love God, then it's not going to be a great situation. Yes, God will use things and work events in your favor, But when you prefer and your heart longs for something more than it longs for God himself, that's always going to be a situation for us. So it's a matter of putting our hearts in the right place, putting our hearts in God's hands, putting our concerns and our affections towards God more than any other person, more than your spouse, more than your children, more than anything else. The Bible literally says that, like, in comparison, if you don't hate all of those people more than you love God, you have no part with him. And so this was, a mistake that Rebekah made, was to put her affections and to put her heart in one son and not the other, and kind of like play the two against each other. And that's just always a scary place to be, because we want to be in the will of God. We don't want to miss the blessings that God has for us because our heart is in the wrong place. See, she was initially in the right place at the well before she got married. She was doing what she was supposed to do. She was in the right position. She was in the right place. But then later on, we see her heart is in the wrong place. Her heart is towards one son and not to the other. Her affections and her emotion and everything is wrapped up in a person and not wrapped up in God. And so whether you're married or single, you don't want to be in that place. You don't want to be in a place where you've literally set a person up to be an idol. You've set your children or your husband up and you're idolizing them because they're just so awesome. And no, God wants that place. He's a jealous God. He wants all of us. And so the word I want to leave with you today is to really think about where your heart is. God has just given me a lot of word about love and about hearts. And I guess, I don't know, it's close to Valentine's Day. It's here in February. And just think about that. Where is your heart? Where do your real affections lie? Because, what you spend your money on, what you spend your time on is going to reveal your heart. And so examine yourself, today, and ask yourself, where is my heart really? And, pray about that God is first and foremost in your heart and in your mind and in your affections, because whoever or whatever that is going to come out in the way you spend your money, in the way you spend your time, and what you think about all the time. What is that? Who is that? I hope it's God. All right. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.